Welcome traders to Nifty analysis. This is Raksha. Here I am with another video of market wrap, and that's for 1st of June 2020, the starting of this month. And we started with a gap up in Nifty, being the optimistic investors in market. We are seeing some good greens in market here. Here this market wrap contains all the labels and all the stars which have been provided during this session. For intraday I'm talking about, and it's for 15 minutes chart here. So I'll just quickly wrap up about which labels were there in the market, which were traded, which were not traded, and reason of not trading, and if they are traded, what was the SL, what will be the entry, and what is the target. So let's start with Adani Ports first. I'm covering the Nifty 50 stocks here only, so that is the reason I'm just always repeating the same stocks again and again. So in Adani it gave us a buy here in the morning, but this buy label has already covered my first target here, and the entry is not advisable on such cases until unless it has closed above the blue line or the green line or the line which it actually is touching. So in this case, in this particular scenario, the entry is not valid. Just ignore the purple lines here. This is the updated version of Absolute which I am using right now, in which in earlier market wrap, if you have noticed that I have told you that above the blue lines what's the next target, so you can just zoom out a little bit for the previous day or few previous day absolute levels. So they will tell you the levels which are near about the prevailing price will act as the targets here. So just to solve the case here, we have added one more level in absolute as the above, or you can say below for blue line. Here is the purple line. So now we have more set of lines here for the targets. So in this case, Adani, there was not a proper entry here. The purple line was not till there in the market in today's session, so I'm just ignoring the purple line, and just I suggest you also just don't see this purple line for this market wrap, and from tomorrow's market wrap we'll be including this as well. So on this buy level there's no buy here. This is a downtrend star which is in a black zone, so no trade based on that. Now after that there is a sell here, and that's on the last day, last candle, so no trade also. And even if it would be in between of the trade, if the same scenario would have been in the earlier time period, the sell is an uptrend, so we're not going to trade such kind of trades and such kind of labels. Okay, so I have covered most of the points, the important points, but still there are many points coming, so just watch the entire video here, so because there are certain questions which are asked in the webinar which I'll be trying to answer in this particular market wrap. So coming to Axis Bank, Axis Bank was one of a trade which has confused many people. So here it was a buy and a proper buy and a proper a high probability trade here. Now what's the scenario here is it has given a gap up, plus the first candle is so large that it almost covered around like it has almost covered around 24 rupees, 23 to 24 rupees in Axis Bank, and for an intraday trading it's huge one. Okay, now keeping this point aside, the another point is it's a proper and confirmation candle. The entry would have been at 9:30 candle, but if this entry is to be, if this candle is to be traded for a buy label, your SL is too far from a 405, around 405 to at least 392, or the slow of the candle, but I'll consider this one because it's already so huge. So this is not a good trade setup. The risk to reward is not good, because the first target here we will see at 416, right? So this risk to reward ratio is not that good, and as you can see the market actually those few subscribers have traded this Axis Bank. At that time I did not mention this because they were already in trade, so I have just put them that as soon as it touches this line and just closes below this, just exit the trade, because there is no point entering in this trade. But why there was chances for holding it was this particular setup here for the high probability. But I have given you the reason that for next time, just don't repeat this mistake. The reason being is your SL is too far, right? So first point is for trading is like you should notice first that if there is a zone or not with a label, and then the other very important, the two most important parts, first is the zone and second is the risk to reward ratio. If your SL is that much, which if hit will have a large huge effect on you, then either take it in equity, not in futures. Take it a small lot size, that even if the SL is hit, that won't hurt you that much. And if you're taking in future, just don't try to take risk, that kind of risk with your hard-earned money. So don't do that. We'll get lot of opportunities every day, right? So this is the scenario of Axis Bank. For those who have entered the trade, they have hit the SL, but typically they it was not even they hit the SL. The trade ended in a loss, but the SL was here just below this line and it never touched the SL, but still the trade is by the EOD, this trade would have given you a loss, right? So this is Axis Bank here. Now coming to Bajaj Finance, this was a very pretty trade here. Bajaj Finance gave a buy at first 9:15 candle. It gave a breakout entry, and here the entry candle is 9:30 open, and your SL is, you can either take this SL as a low of this, and also you can take little bit few points below the previous day's level here, right? So your entry is at 9:30 candle. First target, this is purple, which you have to ignore right now. We'll just zoom out and just check for the nearest levels here. So the first target is this, which this first candle is already done. And then if I zoom out, there is one more level here at 21st May. The second target also has been done. And as soon as it hit the second target, put the SL to entry, because this first target was very near. So put SL to entry and just let it go by the EOD, and the profit in this was around rupees 122.50 in Bajaj Finance. Then Bank Nifty, the star is in black zone, so no trade. Bharti Airtel, this buy was here. The first thing is a contradictory buy. This is a sell candle, and this is a buy in that. So that is the reason I did not enter the trade in Bharti Airtel. This is a star here, which is in a black zone, so no trade in BPCL. Britannia, same case, black zone, star, no trade. Cipla, this is in a black zone, so no trade based on star. Then there was a sell which is already touching the target line here, so no trade for this sell also. Then this buy is like at 3 o'clock, so no point in taking any trade after 2 p.m. Now this is another a very beautiful trade. The star is here confirming the downtrend, but it's in a black zone, so we are not trading this star. Then there was a sell level at 11:45. Your SL is very near, just few points above the red line, or you can put the nearest high of the nearest candle high. So this is the SL. Now your target is green one. By the end of the day, it did not exactly touch the green line, but it was just strolling around for the previous day's level of absolute. So by the end of the day, there was a profit of around 35 rupees in Dr. Reddy. Now iShare is like both the stars in a black zone, so no trade. GAIL, there was a downtrend star at 1:30 candle in a black zone, so no trade, and the sell was near the target, so your 2-hour risk to reward ratio is not good, so no trade in GAIL, and also it was top of hours. Now Grazin has given an entry here. There was a question in webinar that there are certain cases there where there is a buy candle with a sell label. So shall we enter the trade? That was the question. So to answer that question, I have repeatedly in my last market wrap also I have discovered this point, but I'm just repeating it again here. I personally do not trade such such candles until and unless the other things like the risk to reward ratio plus the trends are in sync. So here the risk to reward is too low. If you can see, like 588.55 to 592, max to max 592 is my SL here, and from 588.55 to 576.77 is my target. So in such cases, in such scenarios, a risk can be taken. So here is the same thing, although it was after 2 o'clock, but there was no trade that much, so that is the reason I entered here, and the SL is too near. So I entered here at 2:30 candle for a quick scalp, and by the end of the day the profit was 7.50 rupees in Grazen. So I hope that is clear, and still if it's not clear you can ask us anytime. In HCL Tech there was no trade because the star is in black zone. Then HDFC Bank no trade, the star is in a black zone. Hero Moto again no trade, the star was in a black zone, plus the sell is like 245, and also there was this this was top of hour, so like my entry candle would be at 3 o'clock, so no point taking trade at 3 o'clock. Then in Hindalco the buy level was here, but it was already it was rejecting the target line here, so the entry is not there, and it's not a breakout candle also, so no trade based on this buy level. After that there was a star in black zone, so no trade. Then sell here, the risk to reward would be bad because my entry candle would be the next candle, so 3 o'clock candle anyways. Even if it would be the earlier time, the risk to reward ratio is not good in this case scenario, because the SL would be few points above this green line and target is red line, so no trade because of this reason in Hindalco. Then coming to ICICI, no trade because there is a downtrend star in a black zone. IndusInd Bank again was a proper trade here. It gave a breakout candle. My entry candle is at 9:30, and SL is just few points below this open of this candle, and if your capital permits, just below this candle low. Now target is this blue line. So for this from 9:30, this 9:30 candle, and the target is blue line, so this was the trade here in IndusInd Bank with a profit of 6.65 rupees. Now again in Infratel also there was a quick very beautiful trade here. It gave a buy signal at buy star at black zone, so no trade. Then there was a sell label here with a perfect entry, the breakout candle. Risk to reward is not that much, but the reason I took this trade is because it's early hours here, and the continuation, see there was a downtrend star, so there was, and then there was a sell label here for the earlier day, and then the buy here did not actually validated. Then again there was a star, so there was pretty much chances that this particular stock is going to fall now, because the sell is going in force here. So entered here at 11:15 candle here, and by the end of the day the target was around 3.60 rupees in Infratel. Then Infi no trade, the star is in a black zone, and here at 9:30 candle it gave a buy, but the entry for 9:45 candle, the risk to reward ratio is not good. And in IOC, star is in black zone, so no trade. ITC the same scenario, black zone star, no trade. GSW Steel, it already just ate up the space which it would have been trading. It has already covered this entire day's range for a single buy level here at 9:15 candle, so no trade based on this star, particular candle, and the star is in a black zone, so no trade in GSW Steel. Then Kotak Bank, this buy was here, but it was a rejection candle at I'm sorry, I just keeping forgetting it again. Okay, it was a proper buy here, buy label here. It gave a breakout at blue line. My entry candle would have been at 9:30, but if I want to enter this trade, my target, nearest target is this blue line of earlier day absolute level, and my SL is like just below this, because already the open is at blue line, so below the low of the candle. So the risk to reward ratio in this scenario is not good, so no trade in Kotak for this buy label. Then the star, this downtrend star is in black zone, so no trade. Then the sell here, and it's like 230 candles, so my entry would have been at 245, so no trade on this sell. And also one more reason, of the major reason of not taking this trade, is the sell is in uptrend, so no trade in Kotak Bank. Now LT was no trade because the star was in a black zone, and then sell was at 3 o'clock candle. Now coming to Maruti, no trade, the star is in a black zone. Was a very pretty one, and time and time touchwood, M&M is giving beautiful profits with Bhoomi. The buy label here again, a very beautiful example here for the contradictory candles. Now this is a sell candle and there is a buy, but my risk to reward ratio is very good here, because my entry candle at 945, SL would be few points below, or below the half of this first candle, the few points below that. My target is this blue line first, and as soon as I touch the blue line, I put the entry to SL just to be safe. And it not only it touched it, it kept on going. This was not there in the morning, so for the next target I have just scrolled out for any other levels here. There was no level, so kept it running for EOD. It went back, it touched the blue line and waited for this. Is it going to go below this or not, or it's going to close below the blue line? So I waited for that. It did not close below that, and by the end of the day the profit was of 19 rupees in M&M. Now Nestle, this downtrend star is in black zone, so no trade. And this sell label here is not a breakout candle at this red line or any line which a price would be touching. So in this scenario in Nestle, it was not a breakout candle, so no trade on this sell. And again, then breakout was given at 230 candle, but it's too late for any intraday entries, so no trade in Nestle either. Then Nifty, the sell downtrend star is in a black zone, so no trade. NTPC, no trade because this uptrend star is in a black zone. ONGC, same scenario, black zone and star, no trade. SBI, same, black zone and star, no trade. Shree Cement, black zone and star, no trade. Sun Pharma, black zone and star, so no trade. And this sell label already top of the hours, plus it is not a breakout candle at this for this absolute level. If it would have been a breakout candle, it would have been a proper entry candle here. But anyways, no trade in Sun Pharma. Tata Motors, no trade, black zone, star. In Tata Steel, the same scenario, the uptrend star is a black zone, so no trade in Tata Steel. And then TCS, there was a buy here. It was not a breakout candle. Now I'm still in a research phase right now for this particular thing, so do not trade this one which I'm telling you right now. Just after this buy label there was a breakout, so I can enter here on the next candles open for a target, the nearest target here for the levels here. But I'm not giving you much more of I'm not vouching this right now, because right now I'm not getting I'm not ready with my proper research report here. So this is one scenario which can be valid in coming days, right? So for today's session, no trade in TCS. Now Ultratech Cement, the proper example, Ultratech Cement, the high probability level which we have already we have covered, we have differentiated this one from the other common candles here. We have given the color to the candle to just make it stand out in the crowd. So when there is a star and a label both at the same time in a candle, the candle color will be different. You can change it to your choice of color. So here this is the candle here at 130. My entry candle would be at 145. My SL would be a few points above red line. My target is the blue line. Although it did not, by the end of the day it did not give the target, but there was a profit of 36 rupees in Ultratech Cement. UPL no trade because the black zone and uptrend star. Vedal again black zone and downtrend star, so no trade. Wipro, the same scenario, downtrend star in a black zone, so no trade. And Zeal also uptrend star in a black zone and downtrend star in a black zone, so no trade. And the sell label here was at 315 candle, so no trade in Zeal also. So I hope I might have covered all the questions, and thank you so much for being just watching this video till now. And please like this video, give your beautiful comments, and just share it as much as possible, so that more and more people can be benefited with the profits which we are actually earning with Bhoomi. And if you're not a Bhoomi subscriber, or please recommend it to your friends also. And you can email us at info@niftyanalysis.in, and you can reach out to through Twitter also. The official Twitter ID is at @Nifty_analysis. I will be on Twitter at @RAKZ_27. My other team members are at @EcoWise Labs, ECOWISELABS, and at Rakesh and Kurakula, RAKESHKURAKULA. I'll be giving all these details in our description. And please like the video and share it as much as you can. And thank you so much for being here, and trade safe.